Slider as well as Michael Hutchison from after the Vikings' solid 84-78 victory over Albion College. Coach, let's first start with you. What do you think was probably one of the biggest stats that stood out to you? It looks like fast break-wise, you guys got 17 points, and then you guys were able to score 19 points off of turnovers. You guys ended up forcing 16 turnovers in that fast set. What do you think was probably the biggest thing you were impressed with?
Well, I mean, the second half obviously went our way a lot better than the first half, and so much of what that was, we defended better. They only shot 42% from the field, which creates more rebounding situations, which we won the battle of the boards for the first time all year, which creates runouts for us. So you want to talk about fast break points, that's where we get those. And so they're not putting the ball in the basket as much. We're getting runouts to our strength because we're getting the rebounds, and then they're also turning the ball over. So it's kind of double jeopardy for them, and our guys took advantage of that. So give our guys credit. I thought we were a much better team in the second half.
Mike, let's talk about what you were able to do. You come off the bench in 22 minutes, end up with 12 points, 5 of 10 shooting, go perfect from the free throw line to 2-2 and end up with 6 points. Talk about how you were seeing things both offensively and defensively.
Well, our main focus is on the defensive end and defensive and rebound. That's what Coach already preaches. But, I mean, as a team, we love to share the ball. So, like on the offensive end, when we're running certain plays or certain half-court sets, you know, I play off others, like creation. So that's all.
Coach, you touch a little bit more on the rebounds. You said you guys had a 40-31 edge, but the big thing was that you guys had a 12-7 edge on the offensive side of it, which led to 13 second chance points. Talking about what you guys were able to do on the offensive side of the glass.
Well, I mean, the floor got spread out a little more. In the first half, we were a little hesitant shooting, so they were really doing a good job. Albion was packing their defense in, and we were hesitant to shoot it. Second half, we came out and attacked a little more, and we knocked a couple threes down when we kind of took control of the game, which kind of forced their defense to get spread out a little more, which then creates opportunities for guys to crash the glass and get some offensive putbacks. You know, case in point, this guy right here, the one possession, I think he had 2 offensive rebounds on one of the break, and he made a big finish late in the game at a critical time where they were kind of pushing back. So,
talk about the 1-2 punch again. Juwan Henry and Jordan Robinson, 32 points for Juwan and 22 points for Jordan starting this game tonight. Talk about what they were able to do offensively.
Well, I mean, when they're playing a 2-man game of screen and roll, whether they switch it or they hedge it or whatever they're going to do, it creates problems for the opposition. And they were trying to switch it, and then Jordan was smart and he got away, and all of a sudden Juwan found himself with a big guy guarding him, and he kind of took him to school a little bit a couple times. So, and then when they started not switching that, the ball went back to Jordan, and I mean the rest is kind of history. So it's really the difficulty. I wouldn't want to have to figure out how to guard those two playing, but the same when Mike is setting the ball screen too, with his ability to shoot the ball from the perimeter as well. So it's part of the reason of why we're running the offense that we run.
Okay. Mike, talking about what you guys were able to do inside, you guys ended with 39 points in the paint. Just talking about how much you guys drove it inside and hit that many points in the paint.
I mean, us driving the ball, it really starts with Juwan. So when he drives, I mean, the defense really collapsed, so he can either dump it off to me, dump it off to Jordan, or whoever else is in the game. You know, Coach always preached, we drive under control. So once we drive under control, we can get whatever we want, basically.
All right, thanks so much, guys.
Go Vikings.